Stop using Spotify. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This isn't rocket science. Build your own platform and use everyone else's platform as a billboard on the highway and direct all the traffic to you.
All right, ladies and gents, gather round, gather round. We got value going once, truth going twice. Sold for a song. That's right, folks. Rights signed away, data given away, pennies on the play. Publishing, gone. Credit, missing. Ownership, kiss it goodbye. 50 pages of catch-22s, no dice. You can't eat a like, a follow, or a view. Sold for a song. But wait now, hold your bids, hold your breath. Here comes the truth louder than the bass line. Time to take it back, where the artists rise, the system shakes, and the silence finally breaks.
Welcome to Sold for a Song, the transformative podcast that dissects the music industry's long-standing practice of undervaluing its most essential contributors. Yes, we're talking songwriters and artists. In each episode, we'll delve into the journey of recognizing and elevating the true worth and value of music creators, discover how the industry has exploited creators, and learn actionable strategies to revolutionize this trend and take control of your career. Hello, podcast land. I'm Terrance Sawchuk, but you can call me Terry. After 30 plus years in the trenches of the music industry, trust me, I've seen it all. The highs, the heartbreaks, and the resilience it takes to succeed as a creator. Here's what I've learned. Awakening your self-worth, owning and leveraging your value, and streamlining the process to free up the time we need to do what we most love to do, which is create. That's what stands between you and the freedom we're all chasing. All right, before we dive in, if you believe in empowering artists and redefining what it means to thrive creatively, do me a favor, subscribe, leave a quick review, and share this episode with someone who truly needs it. That one click helps more than you know. And if you want to go deeper, join me at terrancesawchuk.com to be a part of the community and follow all of my endeavors for exclusive content and updates.
Stop using Spotify. There, do I have your attention? I thought that title might capture some ears. What do I mean by stop using Spotify? Today's episode is about being over-leveraged. So, if somebody's not paying you for your services, doesn't it make sense to stop using that service? If a client stops paying you or underpaying you after you've done all your work, would it not make sense to start thinking, maybe I shouldn't work with them anymore? Here's my point. I'm trying to push this narrative through the book, the podcast, smoke signals, pots and pans. I'm asking creatives to, and I mean all music creators. In fact, this is for everybody. I watched one of my favorite comedians, Rocky Del Davis. Hilarious. Anybody knows me knows I'm a comedy psycho. Like, that's all I do. I'd rather go see comedy live than see music live. So Rocky Del Davis was like, had this post where he said, stop. You know, they capture your attention by saying this at the top because you have like 7 seconds to get somebody's attention these days. So he says, stop. Please just come to my website and shoot me an email where we can have an actual one-on-one relationship because I can't talk to you through TikTok and Instagram, etc. So in my new book, Sold for a Song, How Music Creators Lost Their Worth and How to Take It Back, I go into more detail, but I'll give you the Coles notes today. Basically, artists need to create their own private portal and a place that is their own home base. And I'm not just talking a website. I'm talking about something that is like an entire world, a metaverse. You have to get creative with this. Using AI and every solution that you can as it's being invented on a weekly basis to create this hub, this portal where you own and control everything. And it makes a lot more sense to get 10 followers that come and actually buy your music and your merch than it is to throw a Hail Mary up at the gods to see if you're going to get playlisted or even paid when you do. My whole point and argument with all this is, why am I giving Patreon the money? Why am I giving any website? If building tech is so simple now, with AI, you can build and streamline anything. And trust me, if you can't, by next Tuesday, you will be able to. So start building that infrastructure now. Build your own private portal where you can have a direct relationship with your fans. And then as soon as a new tech platform comes out with a new solution, just offer the same thing that they're doing, legally, of course, and put it on your own website and set everything up with AI in a way that it is streamlined so that you have time to be creative and go perform live and write songs and record. So this is what's got me in a tizzy here. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This isn't rocket science. Build your own platform and use everyone else's platform as a billboard on the highway and direct all the traffic to you. And for any fans that are listening out there, the second that you find an artist or a song that you like, if it's on TikTok or Spotify, anywhere, shut down the app and go look for that artist because they're being penalized. I mean, if you try to put a link to your website, I mean, the best case scenario is you've got a link in bio. This is by design, people. And, as I'm thinking about this is not even a creative thing. You could be a real estate agent. You could be a dentist. It doesn't matter. Going forward, in order to battle with big tech, AI, where everything is going, I believe your only defense is to have your own home base and you use all of these other platforms just to drive the traffic to you. And then you most likely will work with smaller numbers of fans, but they're fans. They're not streams and likes, and actually get paid and have a relationship with them. And they don't feel like they're being sold to or being ripped off. And then we actually bring back an organic relationship between the artist and the fan. Just think about how many places that the creative and the fan are being over leveraged. Like just think with Live Nation alone. The monopoly that's going on there is staggering. Are the artists to blame too with some of the pricing? Absolutely. Nobody's perfect in this. But the world we live in now is based on systems, architecture, by design. You are being leveraged. So create your own architecture, your own design, your own infrastructure. Do exactly what everybody else in the tech world is doing, but you build your own. And then use the same tech to streamline all of it so that you get your time back. Use tech to your advantage. You do the leveraging, not be leveraged. Artists, you should be listening to this podcast episode and building this amazing metaverse, this amazing website. I call it private portal, waiting to give you this incredible experience. So I want it to be a common dialogue out there that you don't go to Spotify to hear. That's where you can find the music, but to have a direct relationship with the artist in the same way you used to in the old days, we call it the old days. I mean, one album or a CD was $15. Now access to all recorded history is $15 a month. That's because there is no music industry anymore. In the case of music makers, they are just using the data. We are data serfs. That's it. They are just using, in our case, music, or you might be a coach, or you might be a real estate agent. For whatever reason that you are accessing the internet, they are just using your data points, your resources to collect data to sell advertising. So there is no music business. We have to come to terms with this. So if you want to have an actual music business, especially the one that we all grew up on, you have to use all of these platforms as a business card, as just a billboard you see on the highway. Everybody, when you see or hear this song, immediately close the app and go look for this private portal. And artists, it's your job to do the proper SEO, make sure that your website comes to the top of the Google searches. You have to go do the work now. Build these, and I don't know how to build these. Like, you build what is important to you. Make it an incredible, unique experience that is uniquely you. This is what we need to be doing. If you want to test what I'm talking about, when this podcast is over, literally go search out every and any artist in the world, short of maybe Taylor Swift and a few websites. You're going to see an about section, a tour section, music, video, merch, and you're welcome. That is 99% of all music artist websites in the world. Please go search it for yourself. We need to be playing chess, and we are playing pickleball. So if you're a musician or a songwriter and you want to teach lessons, don't use somebody else's website. Use your own. Why give them 50% for what? Some marketing, and they've got some nice cameras. I mean, and then you have to appear on there with 10,000 other guitar players or songwriters and compete with them. And when you look behind it all, you're going to see one or two creators that invented this website that's making a boatload of money off of all the creators when they can individually have their own home base where they can own, leverage, streamline, and sustain their own career. If this was any other era where you didn't have AI and you could create any solution that you want from speaking into your phone, and like I said, if we can't do it now, you'll be able to do it by next week or next month. So start building the infrastructure now. This goes for any kind of artist, comedians, any art form where you are having trouble capturing your fans' email addresses and direct attention. There should be a direct relationship. I mean, that's the great thing about tech, is you can use it to your advantage. I mean, if I see one more tech platform that's leveraging artists as opposed to artists using it themselves, I mean, it's just, again, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. So fans, you hear a song you like, go look for this amazing private portal, this home base, where you're going to have this incredible experience because all of these amazingly talented, creative people are going to start now building these home bases where it is like, I keep saying a metaverse, whatever you want to call it. And as far as what happens when the fan gets to this site, that is completely up to the artist. Like, make this place as creative as your music, as creative as your videos. Make the content and the connection something far beyond what fans have ever experienced before. Make it extremely personal, extremely unique. That's why I keep saying there's 11 million artists on Spotify and you have zero competition. There's only one you. So build that private portal, build it and they will come. And then finally, you can own everything. You can leverage everything. You can streamline everything. And then you can actually sustain a living. Artists, fans, please jump on board, do this. And I don't mean use another tech company that's doing exactly what I'm asking. You are going to build this. You, your team, hire virtual assistants, do it however you have to and whatever budget that you have. And stay away from any platform that is charging you a percentage of your gross income for something that you could be doing yourself on your own website. Now, if you've got a distribution deal or a record deal, it's a completely different conversation. But if you're an independent artist and you're not signed to an agent and you're not touring full-time, etc., there is no reason to be using a service that charges you a percentage of your gross income. Stop me from feeling like I'm taking crazy pills. See you next week.
If today's episode lit a fire in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe to Sold for a Song, leave a review, and be the spark that helps others discover their own worth. And if you're ready to go deeper, visit TerranceSawchuk.com. Let's build this movement together.